We need to talk about what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz, because the story you're probably hearing on the news, well, it isn't the real story. Not even close. Let's get into it.
Look at this number, 95%. That's how much of the normal shipping traffic through one of the most important waterways on Earth has just gone. It's vanished. Which should be a bustling global highway is now nearly empty. This is the world's economic artery, and it's flatlining.
You see, this isn't just a simple blockade. It's not about the strait being shut down. The few ships that are making it through, they tell a much more dangerous story about what's really going on. Okay, so first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the scale of this collapse. We're not talking about a traffic jam or a slowdown. This is a near total shutdown.
This chart says it all, really. On a normal day, you'd see about 138 ships pass through here. Right now, we're down to maybe 12. That's not just a statistic. That's a massive, gaping hole being torn in the global supply chain right now as we speak.
And this is the absolute key to understanding the situation. Everyone in the media keeps asking, is the strait open or is it closed? But that's the wrong question. It's neither. The reality is, it's controlled.
And that control is coming from a system that's basically been set up right in the middle of this crucial waterway. You could think of it as the Iranian toll booth.
So instead of using the main shipping lane, the big international highway in the middle of the strait, ships are being forced to detour. They have to sail right into Iran's own waters through a narrow little gate between two Iranian islands. This isn't freedom of navigation anymore. This is a checkpoint, and Iran gets to decide who passes.
So who's getting a pass? Well, the data from tankertrackers.com is pretty eye-opening. Of the 108 tankers that have managed to get out since March 1st, a jaw-dropping 78 of them were already violating international sanctions. And look at the supertankers, the big ones. 29 out of 31 were sanction violators. The message here is crystal clear. If you're already breaking the rules, hey, come on through.
This new reality puts Iran in an unbelievably powerful position. They're basically negotiating passage one by one. We're seeing ships with ties to India, China, Turkey, France, Japan, all having to make special arrangements. This is taking global maritime law and just shredding it, turning it into a bunch of backroom deals.
And yeah, there are rumors swirling that this passage comes with a literal price tag, maybe as high as $2 million for a single supertanker. Now, whether actual cash is changing hands, that's almost beside the point. The real price being paid here is control over one of the most important waterways in the world.
Okay, so this is where this whole thing stops being some distant regional issue and starts becoming a very real global problem. A huge disruption is already locked in, and the rest of the world is about to feel the pain. You know, even if this all ended tomorrow, if the strait magically opened up completely, it wouldn't even matter for the near future. A 5-week gap has been created in global shipping. That's a month's worth of oil, of gas, of goods that are just not on the water. The damage is done. The ripple effect is coming no matter what.
So why haven't we really felt it yet? Well, look at this timeline. It takes a tanker about 39 days to get from the Gulf to Europe. So for the last month, we've still been getting ships that left before this crisis really blew up. But very soon, those ships are going to stop arriving. And behind them, there's nothing. Just an empty ocean where a global supply line used to be.
And the consequences of that gap, they're going to be rough. We are talking about global oil shortages, fuel costs going through the roof, which affects the price of everything, and everyday products you buy just not showing up on store shelves. This is a supply chain shock on a scale we really haven't seen in a very long time.
Which brings us to the biggest question of all. With the entire global economy teetering on the edge here, where is everybody? Where's the international response?
I mean, that's the question every shipping company, every trader, every market is asking right now. Who is going to step in and restore freedom of navigation? And the answer, so far, has been, well, it's been pretty confusing.
The response has been a mess, to be honest. From the United States, we've had unclear, sometimes contradictory messages. From NATO, not a peep about a coordinated naval response. And the UN has been almost completely silent. In the face of a genuine global crisis, we have a total vacuum of leadership.
And this right here perfectly illustrates the disconnect. What do shipping companies need? They need physical protection. They need destroyers out there. They need air cover guaranteeing safe passage. And what did they get from the US 5 weeks into the crisis? An offer for insurance. They needed a physical shield, and they got a financial product.
And all of this leads to the final, and frankly, the most chilling point of all. This isn't just about the Strait of Hormuz. This is about a dangerous new playbook being written for the entire world to see.
As one analyst put it, the real problem here is that other countries, other groups, they're all watching this play out. And they're seeing that you can effectively take control of a critical waterway without any real, decisive response from the world.
Think about it. If this toll booth model works in the Strait of Hormuz, what's to stop someone from trying it in the Strait of Malacca, or the Suez Canal, or the Strait of Gibraltar, or even the Baltic Sea? All of a sudden, every major choke point on the planet looks vulnerable. Which leaves us with one last, very sobering question. For hundreds of years, the entire global economy has been built on one single principle: freedom of the seas. The idea that cargo can move freely around the world. So is what we're watching in the Strait of Hormuz the beginning of the end for that era? Are we witnessing the moment the freedom of the seas finally starts to break down?